having steak that has gone very strangely. It's
like
gone. Yeah, it's like a mushroom. It's like a bowl with the peppercorn, tender stem broccoli, corn on the cob, and quite a lot of chips there, to be honest. But I am very hungry today. Are you looking forward, Reese?
Yes, and I don't feel so bad about the chips because we got broccoli and corn on the cob.
So it's 1:45, just having some pasta quickly. Very tired now, aren't we? Perfect timing. So yeah, gonna eat this and then get off to bed. Today is day 12. I have been absolutely overwhelmed. Basically, I got a message today off my bub who's been speaking to me through Islamic Relief, and this was even before I started doing the fasting. He was giving me support, he was giving me information, and he's kept in touch throughout all of this. So he basically got in touch with me and said today that somebody from Islamic Relief was going to be driving here and they were going to bring me and Reese a meal as a thank you for what I've been doing. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I've never heard of charities doing anything like that. And I said, you know, of course you don't need to do that. And Mabub insisted, and he said his friend Hamza was going to bring the food today. So his friend travelled from Blackburn as well, and I'll show you the food in a minute. We've got different curries, we've got naan bread, we've got a mango, like yoghurt and milk type drink. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, so we're going to have that at 9:30. Really excited for it, but I just couldn't believe that Hamza brought that for us. I was really shocked, and yeah, and when I was speaking to him, he was just so lovely. We stood chatting for ages. He stood on the doorstep because he didn't want to come in with the pandemic, but he was chatting to me for so long, and I did gain a lot more insight into Islamic Relief's charity. And basically he said that although they are a Muslim-based charity and Muslim-inspired charity, he said that from the Quran it says that if you kill any man, you kill the whole of mankind, and if you save any man, then you save the whole of mankind. And he said the emphasis there is that it doesn't matter if it is someone who's Muslim, if it is someone who's Christian or Hindu or anything else. It doesn't matter about your belief, it doesn't matter where you're from. Their philosophy is to help anyone and everyone who needs help. He told me that they were the first responders to Haiti. They went there and they used £5 million worth of resources to help them. They were there on the first day after it had happened, and they were pulling people out and things and saving people. And Haiti is a predominantly Christian country, but Hamza was saying, you know, as a charity, it's their duty to help anyone who needs help. He told me that it's all different people who are employed by Islamic Relief. There are non-religious people, there are religious people who are Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, all the religions, and also non-religious, that people from all over the world work with them. They also work alongside the British Red Cross and the Salvation Army and other charities, and they all work together in these places. Hamza said as well that there's volunteering opportunities which, because of coronavirus, aren't happening this year, but basically where volunteers all come together and they go and they climb, for example, Machu Picchu or Kilimanjaro. They do cycle across Spain and cycle across other countries, and the group will all go together. He said last year he did Machu Picchu and there was people from America, Europe, the UK, the Middle East, all over, and then they climbed that, and they said that they raised enough money, which I think was £30,000 or £40,000, and it made a dam. I can't remember what country this was in, but they said they like to use water tanks or dams when they're giving water to people rather than taps and things because they're more temporary and there is more risk of contamination and things with those. And he said there is no better feeling than being part of a group like that, all working together, all having that same goal and wanting to do good, and then not only achieving climbing Machu Picchu and reaching the top, having that amazing experience with those people, but also knowing that you've raised enough money to make a huge dam for a country that is struggling and doesn't have water. And I just couldn't believe it. It just sounded absolutely amazing, and he couldn't have been kinder to me. He couldn't have sang my praises enough. He was so lovely about what I'm doing, and he said that the charity is mostly based off volunteers, in the fact that they really like to support volunteers, and the fact that a lot of people who work for Islamic Relief were initially volunteers. And he said that they have basically open door policy. If ever I'd like to go to their offices and see what they're doing or how they're doing it, then I'm more than welcome. He said that they will definitely be keeping in touch with me even after I've finished the fast. He said they predominantly like to encourage volunteers to do fundraising and be involved in things more than the marketing side of things, because, you know, that is encouraging people to get behind a cause, to promote a cause, to care about a cause, working together and being involved with something. And he said, you know, that is the best way to do it, really. His passion as well, genuinely, I've met people from charities, you know, when you're out and about and people stop and talk to you, and of course a lot of people who work with charity are extremely passionate. That's why they do it, or you don't think you'd do it for any other reason. But I could not believe Hamza's passion when he was talking to me. Like, I was just smiling from ear to ear. Like, I felt so like full of like happiness and enthusiasm and passion, and when I finished talking to him, because he just gave that all over to me, and it was just amazing to see. He was so knowledgeable about the charity. He was so passionate and happy clearly with what he does. And he said, you know, you can go from a £50,000 job. He said there's a lot of engineers, there's medical staff, lawyers who've come and worked in the charity. He's from IT as well, and he said you can go from a job that you're earning £50,000 and then you start working for something like Islamic Relief, and he said you might be on £20,000 to £25,000 a year, but he said the achievements that you accomplish and the good that you do and the way you see that you're helping people, the way that you see people coming together and working together and helping one another, it doesn't matter who they are, where they're from. He said nothing could replace that feeling. And he said he literally, once he'd started and once he got really involved, he said he didn't feel like he could do any other job, because he just craved that incredible feeling of accomplishment and just knowing that he was doing good and being part of a team and things. He said there is no better feeling than helping and than being charitable. And you know, it was just amazing. He really has given me a boost, and oh yeah, it's just so nice to be part of something bigger that also is a very, very good cause and a very good charity with really good values and things. I was so nervous when he was coming. I was obviously looking forward to meeting him, and I was so grateful for the food, but I was nervous. But honestly, I think I could have chatted to him for hours. And he said as well, during Ramadan this year, even as well, given the fact that people have been furloughed, people have lost their jobs, and there's a pandemic going on, he said they're the busiest that they are the whole year during the 30 days of Ramadan. And that's because during Ramadan, Muslims are encouraged to give money to charity and to be very charitable. So he said from the basis of people who are Muslim who support the charity, they just get so much more people giving and fundraising and donating and things. And he said that just through their JustGiving page alone, this was not including external, like people giving money in on their own or as part of other groups. Just on their JustGiving page alone, they had £250,000 raised in the UK Islamic Relief during the 30 days of Ramadan this year. And I couldn't believe that. Like, how amazing. It's just so nice to see so many people do care about these causes and are giving money and things. And yeah, just the fact that as well they were working in Islamic Relief, the staff who were partaking in Ramadan, they had more work to do than they ever usually do, and they were also doing that without eating or drinking as well. And Hamza said he didn't once feel hungry or anything on any day, because he said that feeling that you just get from it, and when you are doing it with other people and when you're seeing people be really generous and giving during that time, that it just really is an amazing time of year. And he said he loves it and he gets excited for it. And he did suggest to me that I give it a go one day of not having any water, just to see how I feel, or he said even a half day. So I might do that, because obviously it doesn't affect what I'm doing right now, because I've always said I was drinking water. But yeah, I will keep you updated if tomorrow or the next day I don't drink any water for part of the day, and yeah, to be able to reflect on how that feels, because of course in Yemen they really don't have water as much as they don't have food. It isn't just food, and obviously you can survive a lot longer without food than you can without water. So that most basic necessity that you need, like Hamza said, when they were over there in Yemen and they were bringing tanks and things, people were filling up their small things of water and walking miles to come and get it, and they were taking it back, and then until they came back again, that was the only water they had, because they didn't have a running tap or they didn't have clean water. So yeah, it's just unimaginable, to be honest. But I really felt even more enlightened than I have through this whole thing, just from meeting Hamza, just from about 20 minutes or so that we were stood chatting. I have no idea how long it was. It could have been longer or it could have been shorter, but it was so amazing. I learned so much, and yeah, it was really, I'm really glad that I got to meet him, and yeah, it was just so good. So I'm really in a good mood now, and I'm really excited to eat the food at 9:30. And I think the fact that he's brought it earlier, I think he brought it about 5 o'clock-ish, but the fact that it's here and we're going to wait for it till 9:30, I think it will taste all the more better at 9:30. So I'll show you at 9:30 what the food is, and I'll tell you what we think of it as well. Hi, so it's just gone 9:30, which is the amazing time, of course, which means that I can eat, and we're just about to eat the food that Hamza brought from Blackburn, which is over an hour and a half away, and it smells absolutely amazing. We've got it all out ready, and it just looks so yummy, so tasty. Really excited to try it, and I just can't get over that when I did this just to help with their charity, just to raise money for Yemen, that they even suggested doing this, let alone actually carrying it through, driving such a long distance to bring us food, bringing us quite a lot of food as well, and all just for me donating and fundraising, which I did, of course, of my own choice. You know, it's just so kind and so supportive, and it just shows that they're really a charity that goes out of their way for people. I'm really happy, so I'm excited to eat this now.
You definitely recommend anybody to donate to Islamic Relief, even if it's not through your fundraising. If they want to donate for any causes in the future, definitely Islamic Relief. They've been very good.
Or to fundraise yourself.
Yeah, or to fundraise yourself. Yeah, they're very good.
So this is the food. We're not sure what curry this is, but very excited. We've got 2 massive naan breads. We've got some chicken things. I'm not sure what they are. And then there's this. It's some sort of like mango smoothie, mango juice. He said there's yogurt, milk, mango and things in it. And he said this would help with the curry if it's a bit spicy. So very excited to try it all. I can't believe again that they've brought this for us special. So excited to eat it. Are you?
Yeah, that's why you fundraise for this charity, because they bring you curry.
Yes, let's eat. Got to show the time as well. It's 9:45 and we're loving it. So it's 1:31. The curry was incredible, but we are hungry yet again. So we've just shoved a pizza in because, as usual, we're tired and we're being lazy. So I'm going to enjoy this pizza now. Today is day 13 and I'm just coming upstairs now because I've got to get changed because I am back in work again tonight. Also, they are short staffed at the moment, so the kitchen isn't going to be open. So that's yeah, that was a bit annoying when I found out about that, because obviously I thought I'd have my break, have some food, because I'm working 5:30 till 11. But now I have made myself a ham, cheese and pickle sandwich. I've got some snacks as well, and then I'll have to have a meal like later when I come home, which I think it might be a bit weird having a big meal then. I might not be able to stomach a big meal. How am I so out of breath when I've just walked up the stairs? But yeah, I'm going to quickly get ready now because I really need to rush and go, and hopefully this goes okay. So the time is 9:35 and I made myself ham, cheese and pickled onion sandwiches. I've got some ginger biscuits and an orange, so I'm going to try and eat all of this. I've got a 50-minute break, so yeah, let's go. So I've just been to the supermarket because I really wanted to make this traditional Yemeni dessert, and I realised I didn't have the cream I needed and I didn't have dates, which is specifically what someone from Islamic Relief recommended to me and what I've seen that people have during Ramadan. So I just went in now and it is nearly 11:30, and honestly I thought the shop was closed. There was literally nobody in there except me and then just staff doing everything. But yeah, I've also got myself a ready meal chili con carne just to eat when I get in, because I had that sandwich but I just want to have like a bigger meal as well, and then I'm going to make this dessert, so I'm definitely going to pack it all in before 2:30. As soon as I got in, I've made the chili con carne. I'm not even really hungry now, I'm thinking about it, but I know I'm making this dessert later, so I'm going to eat what I can. I'm having more of this amazing mango drink that I got given yesterday from Hamza from Islamic Relief, so yeah, let's go. So it is around 1:15 and Reese has work tomorrow, so he's gone to bed. So I'm gonna make my Yemeni dessert now. I'm not gonna eat it yet, I'll eat it later because I still am full from the chili con carne. I only ate about half of it in the end, so it was a bit of a waste really. But yeah, so I'm going to prepare it now and then I will eat it shortly and let you know what I think. So what I'm making is called masoub, and it is popular in a lot of Arab countries, but particularly in Yemen. I believe that it is a traditional Yemeni dish, and I will show you the ingredients now. But yeah, I am excited, I'm intrigued, I think it will be nice. It's an interesting combo, but I think it's all things that I like to eat, so I can't see where it would go wrong really, so I'll show you what the food is. So we've got dates, which I am a bit nervous about because I think that they're quite like raisins and I don't really like raisins, but I will see, and they might taste nice all mixed in together. Apparently they're good for you. These obviously aren't fresh, these are all I could find in the supermarket, so these are what we've got. We've also got honey, and this goes in to make the dish more sweet. We've got this, again, there's supposed to be a different type of cream, like a very specific type, but I couldn't find it, so I just got extra thick double cream, so we've got that. Then we have the main ingredients really is pitta and a banana, and the banana is supposed to be very ripe, but I have one that is only just going yellow, but I've just got to make do with what I've got, so obviously it won't taste exact, but this is it. And you're supposed to blend this, but it'll make too much noise, so because I'm the only one eating it anyway, I'm just going to mash the bread up myself and then mix in the banana, add the honey, add the cream, add the dates, and then apparently you heat it up and you have it warm, so I'm very excited. It's 2:01. I'm going to heat up the masoub and let's see what it's like. Okay, all heated up and ready. This is what it looks like. So let's see what I think. So I feel like I should just take a big mouthful. I'm nervous about if I don't like it, but obviously we all like different things. It smells amazing though, so I'm quite excited. So let's have a decent spoonful. It's different to what I thought it was going to be. But no, I definitely like it. Okay, let's get some dates on here. It's very cool that I'm eating something that people in Yemen, that they like to eat, because I've never had this before. I've never even heard of this before. I love bananas, I love cream, bread, things like that, and I wouldn't ever have thought to combine these if I hadn't looked it up and looked into this. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, and yeah, I think it's gone very well. An important point here is I have chosen a dessert. I cannot imagine that masub, that a dessert, is very high on their list of things to eat, if they can eat anything at all. So, you know, I'm eating a traditional Yemen food, but a lot of people there at the moment, although it's traditionally their own dish, they can't eat this because, you know, it isn't a priority to eat a sweet dessert, and also they might not have access to any food, and they might not have access to the ingredients even if they did want to eat this. So, you know, as nice as it is and as interesting as it is for me to try this different food, again, it does really hit home, because I'm sitting here enjoying this in my nice house and over in Wales, and people over there who might have had this for a long period through their life because it's something that they really like. Over the last 5 years especially, they might not have had it even once because they just can't. I have access to desserts or any food that I like really whenever I want it. So yeah, like, it's just disappointing really. It's a shame I can't share this bowl with anyone else. But yeah, I am going to enjoy it, and it's very cool that I've got to try it and that I've got to make it. So this is the end of day 13. So basically, the time of the month that comes to us all as girls happened yesterday. That was earlier than I thought, and I wasn't going to say about it in this video at all because, you know, some people don't want to hear about that. But basically, yesterday when that happened, I hadn't been sure whether to keep the fast going for 4 weeks or whether to stop at 2 or even go somewhere in the middle. But the donations, they've been amazing, but they do seem to now be slowing down. I feel like as well a lot of what I have to talk about I've already said, and you know, it's been amazing having the article in the newspaper to spread even more awareness. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do 4. Initially I wanted to, but I think with what's happened yesterday, it made me decide more so to stick to just 2 weeks and try and focus on the positives of everything that has been able to happen in 2 weeks and how much has been able to be raised. So yeah, you're not really supposed to fast when you are on your period because obviously it's draining, it's tiring, and you should be sort of re-energizing yourself and reboosting yourself, creating new blood cells and things through eating through the day, because you're obviously having a loss. But yeah, I obviously can't do that, and I don't want to do that. I want to at least get to 15 days, which is half of Ramadan, which will have been Friday to Friday. If I'm not doing full 4 weeks, I don't want to stop early on 2 weeks. So that's why I am still continuing, because it's only today and tomorrow, and this is what I said I was going to do. So just because this has come early, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be doing it. Obviously, I have not eaten anything today, but I have found already that from yesterday as well, because I was working and it started then, and then today I've been out with my friends through the day, so that was really nice this afternoon. And then since I've got home, the time is about 8:30 now, so it isn't long until I'm eating, but I've just felt really not very good, not particularly hungry, just sort of a bit like when you feel not very well, just a bit groggy, very tired, and all while I was with my friends. As much as I had a great time, I was feeling much the same. And this morning when I woke up, I just felt sick. I obviously had like stomach ache and things like that, so yeah, it's not been the easiest day. As much as I've gotten very used to this diet, I found today that it was almost like back to square one, you know. I found that I have been struggling. I have felt hungry quite a bit through the day, on and off today, more than normal. So I am very, very much looking forward to my tea tonight. So yeah, I just wanted to say about it because I thought I need to be honest with how my day's been. I need to talk about why I'm ending the fast early, and I wanted to talk about why I'm ending the fast after Friday rather than going further with it. So yeah, so that's why I'm talking about this, and I'm very, very excited for my food. Only an hour to go, so yeah. A bit late making food tonight. It's 10:02, but so excited. It is shepherd's pie again. We really love it. Yeah, third time in 2 weeks, and we've got some cauliflower cheese extra this time to have with it, so very excited to eat it.